name is Elena Shvab and I'm a hat designer based in London. Welcome to my studio and welcome to this online live tutorial. Today I'm going to share a lot of useful tips about what materials and tools we will need in order to create a small fascinator hat, just the same as I'm wearing right now, or a fascinator hat like this one. Which is very easy to make, it's very beautiful, and it's perfect for any special occasions such as weddings or royal ascot or any other special events that you might planning to go this year or next year. Today we're going to talk about tools and materials, which many of you texted and commented and asked to share useful tips on what exact materials you need, where to get those fabrics and materials. So today we're going to focus entirely on what exactly do you need in order to make a fascinator hat like I'm wearing right now, or any other fascinator hat. So thank you so much for joining, and as usual, because it's live, you're welcome to leave comments or any questions that you might have. I would be happy to hear from you, to let me know where you're from, why you like hat making, why you're watching this channel, or any other comments that you might have. I would love to hear from you. So let's begin. So first of all, the most important tool that we need in order to make a hat is a hat block. And this is the shape of the hat block that you really need. It's called a dome shape or open crown hat block. And it's perfect in order to make fascinator hat bases of this particular shape. Or let me show you this one particular shape. This is the hat block that you need. Why? Because it's exactly the same shape as our hat. And we will be focusing either on top if it's more rounded, or on the sides right here, because this is what we need in order to make a fascinator hat base that sits perfectly and comfortable on our hat. So this hat block is made of wood, and this is from my favorite hat block maker, Easy Hat Blocks, that made this hat block for me and that I'm using for my classes and for my work, and I'm really happy with it. So if you're serious about making hats, this is the hat block that you need. It's also very basic shape, not just for fascinator hats. It's also amazing for making fedora hats, for making any other brim hats, and also to make free hand shape. This is a skill, and this is a technique of how to make hats, having only one hat block and manipulating material like straws and felts with the help of the steam, which I'm really planning to make this tutorial on my membership channel. And because so many of you have been asking about this tutorial to teach you how to make hats using steam and minimal materials and tools. So this is the hat block. Just in case if you don't have a hat block, or you're really passionate about making hats but you don't want to invest in a hat block, because let's face it, hat blocks is the most biggest investment in hat making. So you might want to consider alternative, at least for the beginning part of millinery journey, just to understand whether you want to continue making hats or you're just making hats as a hobby. So for that, I would recommend to use a polystyrene hat block. It's not even a hat block, it's just polystyrene shape, which is originally used for making cakes. So if you Google or go online and you type cake dummies, this is what you can find. It's a perfect shape which has this amazing curve. This is basically what we need, the curvy part, and this is what you can use for blocking and for making fascinator hat bases. What I would just suggest is cover the polystyrene shape with some thick fabric like felt, like artistic felt, doesn't have to be wool felt, and a cling film on top. About cling films I'm going to talk in a minute. You can also find a bit smaller fascinator hat polystyrene bases. These are perfect for kids, for them to make their own fascinator hat bases, because it's quite small, so it would be perfect for your children or grandchildren. So this is the most important part, hat block, because you need something to mold the straw in order to make a fascinator hat base. So let's put it aside and move next to basically the material that you need in order to make a hat. And I usually use a SINAMAY straw. And ta-da, this is it, the SINAMAY straw. This is absolutely stunning material. It's made of banana leaf, which makes it 1% natural fabric and eco-friendly. It comes in a lot of shades and colors. Because it's a natural fabric, it's very easy to dye. You can even do it at home yourself, just with basic dyes, hot water, and a little bit of patience. But you can find a lot of colors on the market, and you can choose any color that you like. This is just examples of the colors that I have, that I prepared for my workshop tomorrow. I have students who come to the workshop, a family coming from the States, and I prepared the colors for them so that they can create their own fascinators. So the most important thing and great thing about SINAMAY straw is that it comes in meters. It means that you can, well, first of all, it just technically helps to create really beautiful big shapes, like this, for example, because with any other straws, you can't really do that, or it will be quite challenging because most of other straws, they come in a cone shape size. Let me show you what I mean. Just right here. So most of the straws, they come like that in order to block a brim hat or fascinator, like pillboxes and other straws. With fascinator hat, you have more possibilities of creating really big fascinators and more complicated shapes. So you would really like to try this material. It's really amazing to work with. So this is how it comes, like that. In order to make a fascinator, you need, well, I would suggest maybe a 1 meter at least, or in order to make a small fascinator, you might need, if you would like to use 2 colors, you can use 0.5 meter for each color, or if you want to create fascinator using 1 color, then go for 1 meter at least. So this is SINAMAY straw, and by the way, just for this video, I put all the materials and all the tools that you will need to make a fascinator hat in the description below, including some links, so you can go straight to the supplier. The materials that I get my materials from is called The Trimming Company, based in the UK, but they ship worldwide. And you also receive a 10% discount for your purchase with the code Elena at the checkout. So have a look, check the materials, and if you would like to create a fascinator, you can order all the materials that are on the list and just start making. Another most important thing that you're going to need is the wire, and this is called cotton covered millinery wire. So this is how it looks. So it's basically wire covered with cotton thread, which makes it a bit easier to work with it. And what you need is 1 millimeter wide. It's much softer than other wires, but not too soft, and it's perfect for creating little small hat bases like the one that I'm wearing right now, and it's much easier to work. So it's quite flexible, but not too flexible, and it becomes a very good support to keep the shape. So that is, as an example and comparison, this is 1.2, and this is perfect for creating bigger hats, bigger shapes, and bigger fascinator. So you can see that it's much firmer to support the hat, but for small hats, you don't really need that much of firmness. So that's the wire. And of course, to cut the wire, you're going to need pliers, but I think we all have pliers at home. And the next thing that we need, oh, well, and I completely forgot, using hat blocks, we need to secure the material on the hat blocks. And for that, we need blocking pins. So these are basic push pins for the board. They work really wonderfully for that process. Or you can get professional millinery block pins. Or if you're using a polystyrene shape, the one that I showed before, you want to use thin and long pins, which are Tailor pins, and they're perfect because polystyrofoam is quite flexible material. It's very soft. So small pins do not stay in the fabric. They just simply come off. And the long pins is so much better to secure the SINAMAY straw on the head block. So that's about the pins because they are quite important. And the next tool and material that we're going to need, iron. So there are a lot of ironing in the process of creating the Fascinator hat. Some Fascinator hats you don't need to iron depending what exactly you're making. This, for example, this sort of design, you do need to iron the material to help the layers to stick together. And you also have to iron the base so that layers, because usually you use more than one layer, at least 2 or 3 is better. So you need to bond the layers together so they stick, and that the base become much stronger. So for that, we're going to need iron, medium heat. There's no need for steam. Very basic iron. The cheapest that you can get will do the job perfectly well. And that's why I have quite a few irons in my studio for my students and for myself making hats, because usually I make few hats simultaneously. So having few irons is good. One is a steamer iron, another is a basic iron. I do have, just gonna show you my baby. Oh, that's my baby. So this is a good steam iron, but I don't always use it for Fascinator hat because using steam on a steam iron, you sort of have to keep it on for quite some time. It's very uncomfortable to keep it in this position. So that's why I will be using a steamer, which is, first of all, you can use a garment steamer, the basic one. SINAMAY straw is quite a soft material, so just the basic steamer will work really lovely. And steamer helps to soften the straw and helps to mold and shape the fabric, create different shapes like this one, or to create curls or other decorations. So steam is very important in many processes of hat making, not just Fascinator hats. So having one is always a good thing. If you don't have a steamer at home, you can use a kettle, just regular kettle from the kitchen. The way you use it, you open the lid, you push the button, it starts boiling. Just what you have to do is to use only half of water, not more than that, because the more water you put in the kettle, when the kettle boils, because the lid is open, it starts boiling and the water comes out. So for safety reason, just use half of the kettle maximum. It's easier to add more water during the process rather than endanger yourself. So, and also during the steaming process, be careful not to burn your hands because kettle steam is very, very powerful. So you have to be careful with that. And what else we need? Oh, water. You can use a spray bottle. This spray bottle is for the flowers and it's pink and I like it. So water helps to soften the straw and it helps to mold the material because it becomes very, very flexible and stretchy. And also when the straw is wet, it doesn't break. When the straw is dry, it's easy to break. When it's wet, it's very pliable and it's very flexible. So water is very important. So we will need Yoo-hoo glue and blocking pins. No, sorry, not blocking pins, clips. It's not necessary, but it just helps along the way during the process. Veiling. Oh, a lot of beautiful veils. This is a regular veil. Very pretty. And they come in many different colors. This is another veil. It's a bit more open veil, and it's called Merry Widow. Very dramatic. There are also veils with little pompons for those who love drama effect. There's also diamond pattern. There's so many different veils. There's a link in the description below in the video, and you can just go online and see different types of veils, and it's unbelievable, all the colors, all the shapes. They're also silver and gold, so you can find anything that will reflect your personality and that you will want to use for your hats and fascinators. Other useful tools, scissors, obviously, chalk. You might not need it, but sometimes you need to trace something, so having chalk or pencil is quite useful. We will also need needles, cotton threads, small scissors. Try to use small scissors for threads and bigger scissors for cutting the straw. Also have thimbles. Sometimes the material is too thick, so you might want to use thimble. It does help. And we're also going to need cling film. No matter what you do, no matter what hat block you're using, you always cover the hat block with cling film because it helps to protect the hat block, especially if it's made of wood. And it also helps for the bases to remove them safely from the hat block. Also might need a baking paper. It's not essential, but sometimes it might help, so that the stiffener, usually most straws they come pre-stiffened, the SINAMAY straws. So when you iron them, the stiffener might stick to the iron, and the iron will become dirty and all that mess. So sometimes you might use baking paper in order to protect your straws and your iron at the same time. And I think this is it. And maybe we also might need ironing board, but I don't have ironing board. I'm using ironing cloth. It's just much easier, and obviously it allows me to use a bigger space rather than just limited space of the ironing board plus the space in the studio. So this is it, I think, and I hope it was useful and informative, and just want to share another few important things. That the list and all the tools that I explained right now in this video, they are in the description for this video and with the links. Most of the materials are with the links directly to Millinery Supplier, the trimming company. This is the supplier where I get all my materials, and because I work together with the company, they offer all my students and all my followers 10% discount for all your purchases. All you have to do is to use code Elena at the checkout and enjoy shopping and getting all the materials in one place, everything that you need. And also a new announcement, a new membership category that just came out is called a Member Plus, which allows you to watch all the courses and video tutorials, and plus you're going to get access to all the live video tutorials that will start this month, and every month I will go live with some really amazing tutorials. So one of the requests I have is to how to block a Fascinator Hat aperture that I think I will start sometime this month. So do subscribe to my membership channel. The link is in the description below. And if you want to watch live tutorials that will come out every month or every 3 weeks, do choose a Member Plus category. That will allow you to join my video live sessions and not just only video courses. So read the description. There's a contributor, which is your amazing help to support this channel and free videos that I create for you. There's a member channel where you get access to all the video courses that I have, and Member Plus, which you get all access to video courses and plus live session tutorials. So please join. This will also help to support my channel and the work that I do, and also for you to learn millinery skills, the creative aspect of this amazing craft, ask questions, and get direct and fast replies on everything that might interest you. In the meantime, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you know when my next video tutorial is out, and do comment below what you think about this tutorial. And by the way, the Fascinator Hat workshop, how to make this hat, is part of my membership in member category and member plus category. So you can watch the full tutorial how to make this Fascinator hat if you join my membership channel. So please join, support my channel, and do comment your thoughts and opinions and suggestions for other tutorials, what you would like to learn. And I thank you so much. My name is Elena Shvab, and I'm a hat designer based in London, and I'll see you very soon during my next video tutorial. Bye.